Hi, Mary Beth McAndrews from Dread Central. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Hello.
So good. I've spent all day rewatching Evil, so it's been a really good day. This has like been my comfort
Nice.
show for the
All three
pandemic.
seasons?
No, whatever's
All three
available.
seasons, yes.
Wow.
Pandemic
Yes.
comfort.
So
I
I've
love
had a
that.
great time watching it. But
Oh,
I'm
great.
curious for all three of you. Did you believe in anything creepy before you started this? And do you believe now that you have been in evil? And Asif, I'll start with you and move down the
Do I
line.
believe that I've been in What is that? What is the
Do
last?
you now that you've been in evil, do you believe like in the paranormal, or are you more open to
I
thinking
do
about the
believe I
paranormal?
have always believed that there are things outside of our understanding and things
Okay.
outside of there are things and there's energy in the universe that can like here's a story. I've never told anybody publicly this before, but I saw Katya
Oh yeah,
on Westworld
this is a crazy.
before I ever knew who she was.
Mm.
And I thought that I knew her. And I was watching Westworld and I was like, I know that person. I know that actress. Have I worked with her before? Have I done it? And I had no idea. And I looked her up and I was like, I've never worked with this person ever. And then a few months later, I find out that I'm working with her
Yeah.
on Evil.
Mm.
And it was so weird
Yeah.
because I had seen, and I remember telling my wife, I was like, I know this person. I've worked with her before. And I never met her.
Yeah,
And so,
I have a similar story with Mike. Mike unfortunately has none of these stories with us.
That's not true. I have these
no, but-
stories. I just don't talk about them.
Oh, I have a story. I saw. I didn't. I have never actually watched your Marvel show. Sorry about that. But I did see. Because I don't like watching when I'm working with someone. It'll confuse me. But I did see Jessica Jones, and I remember seeing Mike, and I was in LA at the time, and I was auditioning a lot, and I was super unemployed. And I saw Mike in the thing, and I was like, wow, what an interesting actor. He's so good. He's so good. And I remember thinking, this is so weird. Why am I thinking that I should be on a show with him? And it was such a weird thought. It wasn't like a thought that you see somebody who's good and you're like, oh, it would be great to work with him. But I really thought like something's wrong. Like I'm supposed to be
On the show,
on
the
the
show,
show with
yes.
him. And then I was like, why did I audition for Jessica Jones? What the hell is
Yeah,
going
well,
on?
yeah, wait a
What's
minute.
wrong? And it turned out, we were meeting later in
Later
life.
in life.
And I've never had that with anyone before. I
Right.
watch a lot of TV, and
Yeah, that's
that
crazy,
kind
yeah.
of funny.
there
I mean,
was
she told me that
something- there
it was really
something.
crazy. It was really, yeah. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's really, yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so cool. Synchronicities.
Now
This
you
was
tell
meant
a
to
cute
be.
story about us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's
Okay.
Make
yours?
one up.
I'm not gonna. Okay, fine. So
No.
no, I won't. No, I'll tell the truth though.
No, maybe she
I've
wants
been
to ask another question.
okay. If you want to ask another question, I'll save it.
Yeah, ask
And,
another
That's
question.
fine.
Yes.
She's like,
Okay, I will ask. And then my last question here is, what is your all-time favorite creature, entity, anything that you have confronted in evil that you are excited that exists in television now? And Mike, we'll start with you, the opposite direction.
Okay.
On evil things that we've
On
confronted.
evil. Yeah.
I guess I think there what I'm trying to think of was it what's the corporation we went into?
Yeah, the RMA, RCA,
yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name
Oh
of the
God, but the
acronym.
fertility clinic.
Fertility clinic.
Yeah.
Which I mean, obviously, and dealing with obviously what we ended up with on the season finale, finding out what's going on with Kristen. I do. I mean, and I read articles all the time. It's almost like way more common and scary than you would ever think that people are actually at sperm banks and fertility clinics are just doing that. They're just putting their, and I find it to be probably the most foul, disgusting, narcissistic, weird thing I have ever heard of, to just fertilize someone's eggs with one person. It's diabolical. I mean, I thought switching babies are as diabolical. You just want to, imagine there was one I read about a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago at the most, where this person at the clinic literally he was the only person doing the fertilization, and he was the doctor. He literally everybody, so it was hundreds of kids were all his. And so they found out because somehow, they're doing DNA and stuff like that, and they realized, wait a minute, this is my brother or my half brother. This is my half, like literally everybody. And because the girl, what happened is she dated the person in high school. That's crazy. So that's what that to me was the most absurd episode. Yeah, sorry.
Land the plane.
Land the plane.
Land the
Sorry.
plane.
So that's what
Land
that
the
to me.
plane, yeah.
That's the art. Yes. Yes. Sorry.
Okay. And so,
I can go on.
Love
bring it
that.
back to
To bring it back to evil. Now this one over
Yeah.
here got
Okay.
a baby by the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Leland. It's
Gotcha.
crazy.
Well, yeah, that's sort of
That circles-
what this was
yes,
about.
that's
Like
where it
that
led.
Leland has fertilized
Mhm.
my egg. But if I think
Same.
about like what demon have I been most excited on, like your question, I think just selfishly I enjoyed playing Demon Kristen.
Mm.
Hell yeah, of course,
Uh,
obviously.
and she was I think she meant well.
My least
you
favorite
know.
character, by the way.
I'm sure.
And
Okay. Hated
for-
that one. Don't bring her back.
and
Okay.
Ben had the succubus
Yeah.
Mm.
that visited him, and what I loved about her
Was the sex.
Suck-
was
Succubus.
not just the text,
Succubus.
which was mwah, but
Oh.
the thing was she wore a retainer.
Oh.
And,
Yeah.
and
Good.
no
It's my
other
favorite
show,
So the demon-
no
Out of
other
a
show would dare to have a demon with a retainer.
No.
So before she,
Mm.
like,
No. Take that retainer out.
Before
Our camera
she-
people are laughing.
Take that retainer out
she
before you start.
did her deed on
Mm.
Ben, she had to take her retainer out,
Yeah.
as you would.
As one
And
would.
so,
As you would.
and I love that, and for me, it encapsulates the horror and the absurdity of our show, which is that we had a demon with a retainer.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Let's
that was my favorite.
let's revisit George in the pilot episode
Yeah.
peeing in the corner of my
Why not? Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Being
I
in the
mean, that's
corner.
never been done before, ever.
No, nobody has a
Anywhere on the
demon
planet
that-
Earth.
No demon pisses in
No
the corner.
demon
Okay.
has ever done that.
Yeah.
Person or demon.
So yeah, big shout out to the demons on.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Kings
Cool.
writing something that's never been done
Yeah.
before.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you all so much for chatting. I love the show so much. So it's an honor to get to speak with you for a little bit. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.